Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I discuss what are the best ways to read nonfiction according to me. Now, in this video, I'm going to share tips and tricks with you which have helped me over the years to get maximum out of nonfiction books. The first thing that has really worked for me because I've always been inclined more towards fiction because I always find fiction way more engaging as opposed to nonfiction. But there then came a time in my life where I felt like I needed to broaden my perspective. I needed to, you know, I need more diversity when it comes to reading, and I decided to give nonfiction a chance. And it worked. I found it incredibly helpful, and I definitely was able to see some changes. So today I'm going to talk about what helped me, right, get maximum out of these nonfiction books. So what worked for me was that I always followed my curiosity. I sometimes see a lot of people asking that, what's the best, can you recommend some books? And so sometimes I also see people going on Google and they're searching what are the top 10 self-help books or what are the top 10 non-fiction books. I don't find that way very, very helpful because firstly, if you're just going to read the book that somebody else recommended and you don't know what you're trying to get out of that, I don't think you'll be able to complete that book. You won't be able to stay on path. That's what I believe. So what I always did was I always followed my curiosity. So for example, if there was a skill that I needed to develop or there was a habit I was trying to cultivate, I would always search the books within that area because I always felt that if I'm curious about this topic, I'll be able to you know it'll keep me engaged and I'll be able to absorb it a lot faster. So the second thing which really worked for me is reading less. So what I did was that I would read 20 pages a day or 30 pages a day. I never read 50, 60 pages a day because I feel that when you try to read so much and you're just getting introduced to a particular genre, you can get exhausted and you can get really like sick of that particular genre. So I'll give you an example. So let's just say I'm reading about this. This is a book about negotiation. So if I finish it in a day, I will probably retain it for 1 day, 2 day, or probably for a week, and then I'll forget about it. But when I read it in parts, like where let's just say I read 20 pages a day, and this is about 250 something pages, right? So it'll take me around 12, 13 days to finish this book. Now, what happens here is that when for 12, 13 days, daily, I'm reading about negotiation, it will be in my mind. I'll be on that track. I'll be reading about this. I'll be able to absorb it a lot better. I'll probably be searching some other videos. I'll be looking up what other people said about this. I'll probably be, applying techniques in my real life. So I will stay with this book for a very, very long time and I'll not be overwhelmed by it. The third thing that I find really helpful is note taking. I see a lot of people, dog earing their books, highlighting their books, have these sticky notes. But personally, I'm a big fan of keeping journals, keeping books, keeping diaries. Keeping notebooks, keeping diaries, because I find that to be far more effective. When I write down what I have just read, when I try to articulate let's just say I read a chapter and I try to articulate in my own words, and I write a paragraph, I think I'm able to retain it a lot better. And the other thing that I do is before I go on to read next chapter, I quickly go through that paragraph that I had written or the bullet points that I have written, and then I start reading. Now, what happens with that is that because you have written it in your own words, you have written it in your own handwriting, I don't know, there's just some connect that you have with it. You're able to access that information way faster. So last point is the point where you need other people as well, because the first 3 points, you can do it by yourself. The fourth point is finding a community, finding a tribe who is reading similar stuff or who is trying to develop same sort of skill set. So you can join a book club. There are online book clubs as well. And if you have a book club in your proximity, you can join that as well. And if not a book club, what you can do is you can find another person like a friend who's also reading same book, right? And you can exchange your notes. Or otherwise, if not book club, what you can do is you can go to these platforms. So a lot of people are talking about what they're reading on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, if it's not banned in your country. And you can see their experience. You can discuss, you can talk about your experience. Also, there are platforms like Goodreads where people put out their entire review or their experience with the book, so you can engage like that. I also feel when you talk about what you have read or what you have learned, and you also open yourself to feedback from other people, it really deepens your understanding and comprehension of that particular topic. So, guys, these were the things that really helped me get maximum out of nonfiction books, and I hope this video helped you in some way. And if you really like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for taking out time and watching this.